9 signs you have high-functioning anxiety, and how to deal with it. On the outside, you seem to have it all together. You're productive, you meet deadlines, and you're always there when someone needs you. But underneath that calm exterior, your mind is constantly racing, and the pressure to keep it all together feels overwhelming. This is what high-functioning anxiety looks like. You manage to keep your life in order, but it comes at a cost. Stress, overthinking, and a relentless fear of falling short. If you've ever wondered why you're always on edge, even when things seem fine, you might be dealing with high-functioning anxiety. Here are 9 signs to look out for and how to manage it before it takes control of your life. 1. You're a perfectionist. I'm sure we've all heard the phrase, nobody's perfect. But for someone with high-functioning anxiety, this can be a hard pill to swallow. Perfectionism is one of the telltale signs of high-functioning anxiety. It's not just about wanting to do your best, it's about feeling like you have to do everything perfectly, or else it's not good enough. This constant striving for perfection can put a lot of pressure on you. It can make you work longer hours than you need to, or spend more time on tasks than they actually require. But here's the thing. Perfection is an illusion. It's unattainable, and chasing after it will only lead to burnout and increased anxiety. So if you notice yourself falling into the perfectionism trap, take a step back and ask yourself, is it really necessary? Am I setting unrealistic standards for myself? 2. You worry a lot. We all have concerns and uncertainties that keep us up at night. But for someone with high-functioning anxiety, worrying can become a full-time job. Let me give you an example from my own life. I would find myself worrying about everything, from big life decisions to the smallest, most trivial things. My mind would race with what-if scenarios, playing out every possible outcome. I remember one particular instance when I was supposed to meet a friend for dinner. I found myself worrying about everything from whether the restaurant would be too crowded to what I would say if the conversation stalled. I was so consumed by worry that I nearly cancelled the dinner. But over time, I've learned to manage this excessive worrying. One technique that has helped me is setting aside worry time, a specific time each day where I allow myself to worry. Once that time is up, I make a conscious effort to push the worries aside and focus on the present. This strategy might not work for everyone, but it's worth a try if you find yourself consumed by worry. 3. You have physical symptoms. High-functioning anxiety isn't just a mental or emotional issue. It can manifest itself physically too. Common physical symptoms can include a racing heart, tense muscles, sweaty palms, a churning stomach. It's your body's way of responding to the perceived threat. In this case, the threat is your own anxious thoughts. Did you know that this physical response is part of our evolutionary survival mechanism known as the fight or flight response? Back when our ancestors had to deal with real, immediate threats like predators, this response would kick in, preparing the body to either fight off the danger or flee from it. While we don't face the same type of threats today, our bodies still respond in the same way to perceived dangers. So when you're constantly anxious and worried, your body might be in a continual state of fight or flight, leading to these physical symptoms. Understanding this can help you recognize when your anxiety is ramping up and take steps to calm down and soothe your nervous system. 4. You're constantly busy. Have you ever found yourself with a never-ending to-do list, always rushing from one task to the next? If so, this could be a sign of high-functioning anxiety. People with high-functioning anxiety often feel the need to stay busy. It's like a coping mechanism, keeping your mind occupied to avoid confronting the anxious thoughts. You might find yourself taking on more responsibilities than you can handle, just to keep yourself occupied. Or you might struggle with downtime, feeling restless or guilty if you're not doing something productive. But here's the reality. Everyone needs time to relax and recharge. Being constantly busy isn't sustainable and will only lead to burnout. It's okay to have downtime. It's okay to say no. And it's definitely okay to put your mental health first. 5. You overthink everything. Overthinking is like a hamster wheel in your mind. It just keeps spinning and spinning, but you're not really getting anywhere. For those with high-functioning anxiety, overthinking can become a constant companion. It's not just thinking about things twice or thrice, it's replaying conversations in your head, analyzing every little detail, worrying about all the potential outcomes. It can be exhausting and can take a toll on your mental health. One strategy to manage overthinking is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness brings your attention back to the present moment instead of getting caught up in the past or worrying about the future. So the next time you find yourself stuck in an overthinking spiral, take a deep breath and try to focus on the here and now. It might not stop the overthinking completely, but it can help you gain some control over it. 6. You're plagued with self-doubt. High-functioning anxiety can often bring along an unwelcome friend, self-doubt. You might find yourself questioning your abilities, your worth, or your decisions. Even when you achieve something great, you might downplay your success or attribute it to luck, rather than recognizing your own effort and talent. I want you to know that it's okay to feel this way, but also remember that self-doubt is just a feeling, not a fact. You are capable, you are worthy, and you have every right to be proud of your achievements. When self-doubt creeps in, try to challenge it with positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your strengths and accomplishments. Be gentle with yourself, and remember that everyone makes mistakes and has room for growth. 7. Sleep is a struggle. Sleep should be a serene escape, a chance for your body and mind to rest and recharge. But for those with high-functioning anxiety, sleep can become a battleground. I used to lay awake at night, my mind buzzing with thoughts and worries. It felt like my brain just wouldn't switch off. The more I tried to sleep, the more awake I felt. It was a vicious cycle. Lack of sleep can exacerbate feelings of anxiety, so it's important to prioritize good sleep hygiene. Creating a calming bedtime routine, limiting screen time before bed, and maintaining a regular sleep schedule can all contribute to better sleep. And if you're really struggling with sleep, it might be worth speaking to a healthcare professional. They can provide guidance and support to help you get the restful sleep you need and deserve. 8. You seek constant reassurance. Do you often find yourself seeking approval or reassurance from others? You might constantly worry about what others think of you, or second-guess your decisions unless someone else validates them. This constant need for reassurance can stem from self-doubt and fear of making mistakes. While it's perfectly normal to value the opinions of others, it's also important to trust in your own abilities and judgment. One way to combat this is to start practicing self-validation. Acknowledge your own feelings and decisions without relying on others for confirmation. It takes time and practice, but learning to validate yourself can boost your self-esteem and reduce feelings of anxiety. 9. You feel the need to control. High-functioning anxiety can often manifest as a need for control. You might feel the urge to control every aspect of your life, from your daily schedule to the behavior of those around you. This need for control stems from an attempt to avoid or manage feelings of anxiety, but ironically, the more you try to control everything, the more anxious you may feel. It's important to understand that it's okay to let go of control sometimes. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not have all the answers. A final thought. Living with high-functioning anxiety can feel like a never-ending balancing act, where the pressure to maintain a facade of control leaves you feeling drained and overwhelmed. If you resonate with these 9 signs, know that you're not alone in this journey. There are countless resources, strategies, and support systems out there to help you navigate through it. By addressing high-functioning anxiety with compassion and proactive steps, you can learn to manage it effectively and create a more balanced, fulfilling life. You deserve to feel at ease, both inside and out.